Good afternoon and welcome to the City of Irving Buildings and Standards Commission meeting for July 23rd, 2025. We worked from a prepared agenda due to the requirements of the Texas Open Meetings Act. All comments to and deliberations by the commission must be strictly limited to matters posted on today's agenda. Anyone wishing to address the commission should ask the moderator for permission to speak on their specified item number. All persons to speak must be sworn in. If you plan to present evidence in any case today, that evidence must remain with city staff and become part of the case master file. If you need a copy for your records, city staff will be happy to assist you with that need. We limit the time for staff and ownership to 10 minutes to present their case. However, for citizen comments, you are limited to 3 minutes. You may request more time at the end of the 3 minutes. A decision will be made whether or not to grant you additional time. A Spanish translator is available if needed. Ms. Silva, Senior Administrative Assistant for the Code Enforcement Department. If anyone in the audience plans to speak, would you please stand as you are able and raise your right hand to be sworn in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to present is true and correct? Thank you. Ms. Silva, do we have proper notification on all cases that are to be heard this afternoon?
Yes, the agenda for this meeting was posted in accordance with law at least 72 hours prior to the meeting as certified by the City Secretary's office. A notice of this hearing, as required by law, has been advertised in a newspaper of general circulation in the city at least 10 days prior to this hearing. A copy of the notice is included in the packets provided to the Commission. Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Linda Silva, soy secretaria del Departamento de Código de la Ciudad de Irving. Soy la traductora por esta tarde, estaré disponible por si alguien necesita ayuda.
Thank you. With that, we'll move on to our public hearing agenda. The first two items on our agenda are to approve the work session and public hearing minutes of our May 28th meeting. With that, do I hear a motion from the commission to accept the minutes of these two sessions?
Yes, I move to approve those minutes on April 23rd for April 23rd, 2025.
We have a motion from Commissioner Smith. Do I hear a second?
Mr. Chairman, you make a second. Mr. Chairman, I make a second.
And a second from Mr. Metters. Motion passed unanimously. We'll move on to our items for individual consideration. Do we have somebody who wants to present item number 3?
Blake Peoples, Building Programs Coordinator, here to present agenda item number 3, continued case BSCP 2304-0001, 415 West Pioneer Drive. This is a commercially zoned property. The photo on the left was taken on May 22nd, 2023. The photo on the right is the current condition of the property. Siding and windows have been replaced. Fence posts have been placed for new fencing. A fence permit was issued on July 7th, 2025. An alteration renovation permit was issued on July 8th, 2025. The contractor needs to get the work that has already been completed, inspected, and approved by the permits department. With that in mind, staff respectfully requests that the commission orders the owner to appear at the September 24th, 2025 hearing to update the commission. This concludes my presentation at this time.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to speak to item number 3 at this time? Okay, with that, we'll close this matter to the floor. Any comments from the commission at this time regarding item number 3? Okay, the city recommended order is an order to appear. So with that, do I have any motions from the commission at this time?
Mr. Chairman, I make a recommendation, accept the staff recommendation in full.
We have a motion from Commissioner Metters. Do I hear a second?
I second that motion.
And a second from Mr. Smith. Motion passed unanimously. Item 4, please.
Julia Cuellar, Code Enforcement Specialist, here to present Agenda Item 4, continued case BSCP 2306-0002, 2585 West Irving Boulevard, AKA 2701 West Irving Boulevard. This case was opened in June of 2023. The demolition of the structure began May 19th. As of the last hearing, May 27th, the majority of the building had been demolished. On July 17th, the demolition was completed. With that in mind, staff respectfully requests that the commission order to close this case due to compliance. This ends my presentation of this case.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to speak to item number 4? Okay, we'll close this matter to the floor. Do I hear a motion from the commission this time?
I move to accept the staff's recommendation in full.
We have a motion from Commissioner Smith. Do I hear a second?
Mr. Chairman, I move to accept, second the motion.
And a second from Commissioner Metters. Motion passed unanimously. Item 5, please.
Blake Peoples, Building Programs Coordinator, here to present agenda item number 5, continued case BSCP 2403-0002, 1016 Compton Avenue. This is a vacant single-family dwelling that is substandard and unfit for habitation. To the left, the photo is of July 12th. To the right, July 21st, showing the property is in the same condition. Once again, the photo to the left was taken on July 12th. The photo to the right, July 21st, showing the property in the same condition. All violations remain throughout the property. Due to recently discovered legal issues, staff respectfully requests the owner be ordered to appear at the September 24th, 2025 hearing. This concludes staff presentation at this time.
Mr. Chair, can I
Go ahead, Ms.
add a
Minardi.
little more to what Mr. Peoples just said? So the city has recently discovered that this property is subject to a pending tax foreclosure proceeding on behalf of Dallas County and the other taxing jurisdictions. They had a trial setting last week. They have been unable to effectuate service on one of the heir defendants on this property, and so they have moved that trial setting. However, ultimately, you'll recall this property is one that is currently occupied, and so we're kind of waiting to see what happens with that tax foreclosure before the city would take any additional action to demolish or do something with this house.
Okay,
I mean, there's still an order to repair that you all have issued from
Right.
a while ago that hasn't been complied with, but
The-
in terms of our next steps that the city can do, we're a little hamstrung at the moment.
is the occupant an owner, a renter, or an adverse possessee?
I'd ask Inspector Peoples if he can add to that, I don't know.
The owner does not reside at the property. I believe it's a family member.
Okay. Okay. Does anyone else in the audience wish to speak to this item? With that, we'll close this matter to the floor. Any comments from the commission at this time? Any motion from the commission at this time?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to accept the staff recommendation in full.
We have a motion from Mr. Metters. Do I hear a second?
And I second that motion.
And a second from Commissioner Smith. Motion passed unanimously. Item 6, please.
Julia Cuellar, Code Enforcement Specialist, here to present Agenda Item 6, continued case BSCP 2306-0003, 2024 Sandy Lane. This is a vacant single-family dwelling that is substandard and unfit for human habitation. A fire occurred in early 2023, and a permit was issued on November 28, 2024, for addition and remodel permit. The owner obtained a permit to rebuild the home, and this is the scope of work approved by the Permits Department. On May 15th, the owner decided to bring the property into compliance by removing all building materials above the foundation, leaving it clean and clear for the construction that is covered under his current permit. As of July 21, 2025, the structure has been removed and foundation is left to build on. With that in mind, staff respectfully requests that the commission order to close this case due to compliance. This ends my presentation of this case.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to speak to item number 6? With that, we'll close this matter to the floor. Comments from the commission? Motions from the commission?
I move we follow staff recommendation.
We have a motion from Commissioner Welch. Do I hear a second?
I second that motion.
And a second from Commissioner Smith. Commissioner Welch, do you want to vote on your motion? Or wait, is it? Yeah, I think the voting machine's not up yet. There we go. Oh, there we go. Motion passed unanimously. Item 7, please.
Julia Cuellar, Code Enforcement Specialist, here to present Agenda Item 7, continued case BSCP 2302-
Not just yet.
Continued case BSCP 2302-0004, 910 Oakland Drive. This is a single-family dwelling that is substandard and unfit for human habitation. A fire occurred February 2023 in the bedroom located on the south end of the structure. On April 23, 2025, the property was ordered to be repaired or demolished due to the 6 findings of a substandard structure. The owner's daughter, Gwen, made repairs to the property and showed the following progress. She repaired the backside of the structure, cleaned up trash and outside storage, repaired broken window with a screen and broken siding at the bottom of the box bay window, painted the property and replaced the roof with a permit. I spoke with Gwen yesterday. She said she had begun the interior work and provided a before photo on the left and then after repairs photo on the right. She explained that after removing the sheetrock, she discovered termites and damaged studs that need to be replaced, and she provided these pictures. She is aware of the probate process and is currently working on securing the finances to hire an attorney and begin this process. With that in mind, staff respectfully request that the commission order the owner to appear at the September 24, 2025 hearing to update the commission and to determine if civil penalties should be assessed. This concludes my presentation at this time.
Thank you. Does anyone else in the audience wish to speak at this time?
I'm Corrine Burdick. I'm the owner's mother. She's my daughter. And she sent this letter. I'll pass it around if you want. Okay. This is the termite damage that she found when she removed the sheetrock. And this one. This is the floor where the pipe was broken and was leaking. Drywall, what is it? Put down here? Oh, after the drywall was removed, this is the studs that were damaged. This is before removing the drywall. And then this one is the ceiling after removal. Then we have our living room. This is the before picture. And this is after removing the drywall. Thank you.
Can we have Ms. Aguilar back up? Yeah.
Officer Cuellar?
Aguilar, sorry. I was reading through our notice of violation on page 371. Based on what you've seen from your pictures and her pictures, how many violations would you say are still present? I believe there were 9 initially listed.
From the last hearing, I did present 9
Yeah.
findings. You guys accepted only 6.
Oh, yeah. That sounds familiar.
I don't have the findings in front of me. There could still be parts that may fall and injure a person. Damage by fire and elements of nature. There's 4.
Yeah, 4?
There could be 4 existing violations. I would like to refer over to Dale for additional assistance.
You can say what you're saying.
Dale Demers, Code Enforcement Manager. There's currently 4 that I can see on our list. One is damage by elements of nature or fire. The other one is interior sheetrock unable to provide adequate safety. There is the damage by fire, interior wall or ceiling, parts that could fall and injure a person, and this one would actually include, and I don't know if it's on the original finding, but based upon the condition of those studs, the supporting member are exclusive to the foundation because of the termite damage. So at least 4 violations out of the 6 that were originally agreed to by the commission.
Okay, yeah, that tracks. Ms. Bernardi, do you have something to add?
Yeah, Ms. Cuellar, can I ask you a question, please? Just to clarify your testimony regarding the current condition of the property, when was the last time you were actually inside this structure?
That was before the first hearing. I have not been allowed inside.
Okay, so any testimony you're giving regarding any violations that may or may not be present today is only based on photographs that were presented in the hearing or sent to you by the property owner?
Yes.
Okay. And so is it possible that there would be other violations that you have been unable to observe from interior photographs provided by the property owner?
Yes.
No further questions?
Is there anyone else in the audience who wishes to speak to item number 7? Okay. Do we have any other questions from the commission for any of our 2 witnesses this time?
Mrs. Cuellar, could you, going to bring you back up again, give you some exercise today. So from what you've seen taking place at the property, does it look like they're making reasonable efforts to try to come back into compliance?
Yes.
Okay. And so it's kind of with these new discoveries that have been presented to us by representatives today that may push that time back a little bit that we originally had in the order or in the code enforcement's notice to the owner.
Yes, with the new discoveries, I do believe that may push back some time.
Okay. Do y'all have a recommendation for a new timeline for that, or should we ask the owner to present a timeline for that?
To clarify, Commissioner Metter, today we are only asking for an order to appear for them to come back
Okay.
in September to update this commission as to the progress. Obviously, there have been some repairs and progress that has been made to date. I think depending on where we are in September, that would probably dictate A, what the city staff would be asking for in terms of any additional orders from this commission, and then B, what the commission would be willing to consider at that time. So we just want to continue to monitor it and see if this progress is going to continue as it has been, understanding that there have been some setbacks and it may take more time.
Thanks for that clarification. Thanks, Ms. Cuellar.
Okay, so this is a de facto 60-day extension. Any other questions or comments from the commission? Okay, this matter is closed to the floor. Do I hear any motions from the commission at this time?
I move to accept the staff's recommendation.
We have a motion from Commissioner Smith. Do I hear a second?
I second the motion.
And a second from Commissioner Welch. Motion passed unanimously. I believe we're on item 8.
Blake Peoples, Building Programs Coordinator, here to present Agenda Item 8, case number BSCP 2402-0002, 1129 Missy Lane. This is a single townhome that is substandard and unfit for human habitation. The roof of the structure has missing shingles and weather damage. This is a roof or floor that has insufficient strength to be reasonably safe or free for the purpose for which the floor or roof is used and or to support the weight of emergency personnel and equipment as determined by the fire chief, and also parts that may fall and injure a person or property. The back area of the structure has a large hole that allows access to animals and is a non-supporting member enclosing outside wall or covering with 50% damage or deterioration, and a floor, exterior wall, or roof that has holes, cracks, or loose, rotting, warped, or protruding boards that may injure a person. In April of 2024, the city had the property secured to avoid unauthorized entry. Since that time, the structure has remained secure, but no work has been done on the interior as seen from the kitchen window. And from the back sliding door, sheetrock has fallen off the ceiling, which represents an interior wall or ceiling that has holes, cracks, loose plaster, defective materials, or structure deterioration that may defeat the purpose of the wall or ceiling, or they may fail to protect the occupants of the structure from danger of collapse or of fire. When the case was first opened, it was noted that copper plumbing pipes had been removed by vandals when the structure was unsecured. This is damage by fire, explosion, wind, vandalism, or elements of nature, so that there may be a danger to life, safety, or to the general health and welfare of a person. With that in mind, staff respectfully requests that the commission adopt these findings and make the following orders. Staff respectfully requests that the owner be ordered to pay civil penalties in the amount of $5 per each of the 6 violations per day from June 23, 2025 through July 23, 2025, a total of 31 days for a total amount of $930 for failure to comply with the Commission's April 23, 2025 order. This concludes my presentation at this time.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to speak to item number 8? Any questions from the commission? Okay, with that, we'll close the matter to the floor. Do I hear any motions from the commission at this time?
I move to accept the staff's recommendation.
We have a motion from Commissioner Smith. Do I hear a second?
Mr. Chairman, I make a second to the motion.
And a second from Commissioner Metters. Motion passed unanimously. Last item, please.
Blake Peoples, Building Programs Coordinator, here to present Agenda Item 9, new case BSCP 2402-0001, 1509 South Irving Heights. This is a single-family residence that is substandard and unfit for human habitation. This is the front entrance to the garage. This photo represents a non-supporting member enclosing outside wall or covering with 50% damage or deterioration. On the south side of the house, you can see severe deterioration and rot. This is a floor, exterior wall, or roof that has holes, cracks, loose, rotting, warped, or protruding boards that may injure a person. The back deck has collapsed next to the house, leaving an unsafe walking surface. Several areas of the interior of the house have drywall either missing or have fallen. This represents an interior wall ceiling that has holes, cracks, loose plaster, defective materials, or structural deterioration that may defeat the purpose of the wall or ceiling, or they may fail to protect the occupants of the structure from danger of collapse or of fire. This photo represents parts that may fall and injure a person. Areas of the floor has been left open after foundation repair. This is a floor or roof that has insufficient strength to reasonably be safe for the purpose for which the floor or roof is used and or to support the weight of emergency personnel and equipment as determined by the fire chief. The detached 3-car garage has damage that must also be addressed by the owner. The entire pool house has severe deterioration. This is damaged by fire, explosion, wind, vandalism, or elements of nature so that there may be a danger to life, safety, or to the general health and welfare of a person.
Commissioner Dodd, may I ask some questions of this witness?
Go ahead.
Mr. Peoples, did the city conduct a due diligence search to locate and identify all owners, mortgagees, and lien holders and other interested persons for this property?
Yes.
Was the search conducted of the real property records of Dallas County, Dallas Central Appraisal District records, records for the Secretary of State for the state of Texas, assumed name records of Dallas County, tax utility, and other records for the city of Irving?
Yes.
Was notice of this public hearing sent by certified mail, return receipt requested to all owners, mortgagees, and lien holders that you identified in your search, giving them at least 10 days advance notice of this hearing?
Yes.
Was notice of this public hearing posted on the front door of the structure at least 10 days in advance of this hearing?
Yes.
Was notice of this public hearing published in a newspaper of general circulation in the city at least 10 days in advance of this hearing?
Yes.
And are documents included in the commissioner's packet of materials which evidence the persons identified through the city's due diligence search for this property and the notification that was provided?
Yes.
Is this property dilapidated?
Yes.
Is it substandard?
Yes.
Is it unfit for human habitation?
Yes.
Is it a hazard to the public health, safety, and welfare?
Yes.
In your opinion, could this property be repaired without substantial reconstruction?
No.
And is demolition appropriate for this property?
Yes.
And what is the staff recommendation with that in mind?
With that in mind, staff respectfully requests that the commission adopt these findings and make the following orders. Allow staff to make inspections no later than September 21st, 2025, to complete the repairs or demolition of the structure, and if the structures on the property have not been completely repaired or demolished, and if debris have not been removed by September 21st, 2025, the commission authorizes the city of Irving, its agents or contractors to enter the property, demolish the structures, and remove all debris from the property on or after September 22nd, 2025, and place civil penalties up to $1,000 per day for missed deadlines. This concludes the presentation at this time.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to speak to this item? You could name and address for the record.
My name is Victor Morado. I own the property at 1509 South Irving Heights.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, as you can see, I have
Can
requested,
you speak to the microphone? Get a little center.
I had
Thank
requested
you.
what was involved in this situation. I did not receive notice of all these additional information, but I just wanted to have some kind of leeway as far as getting extended to get the property up to code. Okay, and this, I would do my best to get it satisfying for you guys.
Can you go through the pictures on your phone? We wanted us to see.
I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, we can see it. It's pretty clear.
Yeah, you can see that. I've begun the process, and I do have contractors in place already to start processing the permits to do the property as whatever you request. I just wanted the additional time.
Can you walk us through some of the stuff that needs to be done?
Yes.
And how long you think each that will take?
Yes, the ceilings and the holes in the ceiling, they were taken down because they were inspecting the air conditioning vents. As hot as it's been, they wanted to, I told them it was okay to tear the ceilings down so they can do inspections in the roof, for the AC units, and holes in the bottom of the foundation, because I had foundation work done on the property, and it passed inspection. It's on record too. And the plumbers are going to be, I told them not to cover them up because the plumbing people needed to go and inspect the plumbing to see if there was additional damage. And the sheetrock on the walls, from what I gather, they needed to inspect the wires as far as if it was up to code or not. That's the reason for the sheetrock being down. And the porch on the backside, when the foundation people did the work, I told them they didn't have to attach it because we wanted to put some siding in that area, and we would address the porch at the back. And as far as being secured, it has been secured, and any rotten wood that's on the house itself has been taken care of. And we also have painters. They're going to be caulking and painting the property, and doing more than what it is right now.
Okay, do you have a rough timeline of how long all this will take?
I'm at the mercy of contractors
Yeah.
and inspectors, so whatever time you allow me, I'll try to work with that guideline.
Would 90 days cut it?
90 days will keep me, yeah, I would say yes.
That seems reasonable when you're talking about electrical inspections and plumbing inspections and stacking all those things on top of each other. Is there any other questions from this witness while he's up here?
So if it's 90 days, that's going to go a little bit past our next hearing. Is that correct?
I
Yeah,
can
I'd
be at
put
the
it on.
hearing to give you some updates.
So would we want to have an update of how things stand at our next hearing?
I think generally we would push it back till November because till 90 days are up, it's his time to spend. So. Go ahead.
Mr. Chair, I just have some questions for this witness when the commission.
Go ahead, Mr. Bernardi.
Mr. Morado, can I just clarify a few things? First and foremost, what is your current address?
My current address where I live is 1521 Baileywood.
Okay, so that is an address that is reflected in the commissioner's packet in terms of notification, because I wanted to clarify, you did receive notice of this proceeding today?
Yes,
Okay. And you have owned this property since 2018, correct?
yes,
And these code violations on the property have existed at least since 2024, is that correct?
yes, because I bought the property in condition that, that the other owner was, had their belongings still in the property, and I gave him the leeway to have his personal property there at the facility, at the place.
And the work that you plan to perform on the property to bring it into compliance, you understand that that requires additional permits that you do not
Yes,
have today,
yes,
correct?
no, I have licensed contractors that do have the requirements.
And they're going to pull your HVAC permit, your plumbing permit, your mechanical permit, and
All
your
that,
interior
yeah,
remodel
he-
permit?
That's what he does for a living, so he's aware of it.
And has he given you a cost estimate or some sort of quote for the amount of work that needs to be done and the time it's going to take for him to complete this work?
I had requested that a week ago, and while I was sitting here, he requested the email address so he can submit his findings and stuff like that.
Okay, so when you told the commission you think you can do this in 90 days, that is not based on the estimate your contractor has given you?
No, but he told me he would work with me if it was an urgent matter. He would move my property up.
Okay, no further questions.
Thank you. Anyone else on the commission have any questions? Okay. Does anyone else in the audience wish to speak on this item? Okay, then. We will go ahead and close this matter to the floor.
Do I have the additional extension? Do I have to appear?
We'll sort that out when we make the motions.
Okay.
I know his contractor didn't outline every single thing, but having been listening to these for, 7 years, this seems a bit more than like 60 days worth of work. Having gone through inspections with the city of Irving, it takes time, it can take a couple of weeks to get an inspector out there, and if work's being held up, waiting for that, the process can really add up. So I would say 90 days is reasonable. Beyond 90 days, we would need the kind of scope and schedule that Ms. Spignardi alluded to. But I think it's less detailed, the requirement. It does sound like very complex work. If you're going to basically look at the HVAC and the plumbing and the electrical, it's a bit more than just putting up some sheetrock. Okay, so with that, I will make a motion to amend the staff's recommended order to say that no later than October 21st, 2025, the property be repaired, demolish, all the findings that were entered into evidence be entered into evidence. Paragraph 2, the property has not been completely repaired, demolished by October 21st, 2025. The city can go in there and remove all the debris on or after October 22nd. And yes, there's already an order to appear for November 19th, so that works.
Mr. Chairman, do you wish to ask the owner to appear at your September 24th meeting?
No, the original motion or the original staff's recommendation was November 19th. I'll just keep that as is.
That's correct. The October 19th would be the next one you typically come back to after being at this hearing the first time.
Right. Yeah, it says November in the packet.
I meant November. November 19th would be their next hearing that he would come to, correct?
Perfect. Okay, so that long-winded thing was a motion. Do I hear any seconds on that motion at this time?
I second the amended motion.
We have a second, Commissioner Smith. Motion passes unanimously, and with that, the session is adjourned.
Thank you.
You got your extension.